Halloween in Germany and Mexico. Usually in Mexico is called the Day of the Dead. In Mexico they used to make offerings to their deceased loved ones. In Mexico they have to buy the traditional dead bread. In the south of Germany extended the celebration from the 30th of October to the 8th of November. They call it Sellenwoche, which means Week of All Saints. In Germany usually go out to the drunk. In both countries, children have to go out and ask for sweets. In both countries, they have festivals to commemorate that day.
I'm going to talk about how to celebrate Christmas in France and Mexico. In Mexico, the celebration begins on December 16 with the first scene. In France, the celebration begins on December 24. In France and Mexico, it's a family celebration, so it is customary to meet with family members. In France, what comes at dinner is foie gras, boudin blanc, and turkey. In Mexico, the most traditional food is turkey, romeritos, and salads, and food. In France, it is traditional to go to Mass on December 24. In Mexico, the 24th is celebrated the last of 8 Inns that begin on the 16th. In Mexico, is decorated with the traditional Christmas tree, Christmas Eve, and a bird represents the birth of the child Jesus. In France, the decoration is similar, except that in addition to those usually mentioned, the door frames are decorated. In France, the 24 children leave their shoes by the door of their house, waiting for the arrival of Santa Claus. In Mexico, this tradition is not very ingrained, since most of the children wait until the 6th of January for the arrival of the Reyes Magos.
A carnival is a popular celebration that is celebrated before Lent season in some countries of Latin America. Carnivals in Mexico and Brazil are quite similar. In Mexico, carnivals celebrate 3 days before Lent. In Brazil, carnivals are usually celebrated 40 days before Easter to mark the beginning of Lent. In Brazil, the carnival begins with the rhythm of the samba and historical dance accompanied by parades with colorful costumes and allegorical cars. In Mexico, the carnivals begin with the realization of traditional acts or of ancestral origin. In Mexico, the organizers of the carnival that participate dancing in the streets or that go in the allegorical cars are called huehues. The name is of ancient origin. In Brazil and Mexico, the carnivals are characterized by the dance and the representation of traditional dance most of the nights of celebration.
Comparison of Valentine's Day between Mexico and Korea. In Mexico, we usually celebrate things that have nothing to do with our history. An example of this is Valentine's. Mexicans used to have both sex, man and woman give themselves things. In Korea, it is different. Usually, it is the woman who gives away things in order to show an interest towards the person. In Mexico, they share dinners with the couple, with the marriage, and never with the friends. In Korea, women have to make sweets to show authentic feelings or interest. They make chocolate or cookies to give them to that person in particular. Something similar happens in Mexico, but it also does not look bad that the chocolates are bought than usually happens. In Korea, there are two more days comparing things to Valentine's Day, which is a white day and black day. On the white day, men who receive something in Valentine's 14 on February have to give a gift as a thank you, in addition to correspond to their feelings on March 14. The Black Day is for those who did not find a couple in the previous two celebrations. These people gather among friends to eat at restaurants. Some noodles with beans at blank sauce, hence the name of the Black Day, on the 14th of April. In Mexico, usually just a day, bisexual, that is the same 14th of February. Go out with friends if you have no partner, or give something to your boyfriend or girlfriend.
The celebration of the New Year in Japan and Mexico. The New Year in Japan is the main Japanese festival. The preparation begins and Christmas and the May days are the last day of year, then mainly the first 3 days of the New Year. The New Year in Mexico is celebration in general very similar to the good night, only that how ours. The New Year ever in Japan is called Omisoka, and it is traditional to eat to toshikoshi noodles with land symbolizes the hope of long life. In Mexico, it's customary to eat stuffed turkey, cod, romeritos, shrimp broth, marinated loin, apple salad, dessert pasta, and ever pozole. A custom in Japan is the preparation of amasake, of sweet sake, which is the preparation in shrines and temples. A custom in Mexico is to eat 12 grapes to represent the 12 wishes of the year. With respect to the decoration in Japan of the houses, branches of pine on kadomatsu, that reference to the longevity, are used. In Mexico, it is not very important the decoration of the house, as the meeting of December 31 approach, Buddhist temples of the country being to ring of Joya no Cane. Each bell symbolizes one of the 100 early patients that must to be overcome the rich enemy. In Mexico, the same soul, but only 12 bells that represent the months of the year. Also, in the state of Yucatan, there is tradition of creating a doll with the characteristics of an old man and wait 12 at night to birth it of the year. With the beginning of the new year, the Japanese go to temples to make the first visit of the year, called Hatsumode, to ask for the wishes for the coming year. In Mexico, they spend it with their family and just go out to having fun. One of the Japanese New Year customs that are one monthly are the farewell and welcome celebration of the New Year, the so called Bonekai and Shinekai. In Mexico, the doll rituals like going out with suitcase to travel, putting money to show budgeting and having $1 in the wallet to save money and many more things.